It's time to get your clicks fix.
Hello and welcome back to Clicks Fix. I'm Rory. It has been over a week now since I last played with these pint-sized plastic people, and I think I'm going to have to at least get a game in at home with my son or something like that in the next day or two. Anyway, today I wanted to do not kind of a team building video, and it's just a team that I've been playing around with lately, and I wanted to kind of show you how it works and maybe get your guys' thoughts on it. All right, at the heart of this team is a couple of figures that I have talked about in one of my shorts, my team ups. It's these two guys, Red Lantern Recruit and the Astral Baron Mordo. I'll take a look at them real quick. Red Lantern Recruit. The new recruit thing, which he shares with a lot of them. For all characters with this trait, Red Lantern Recruit, or an adjacent friendly character with the Red Lantern core keyword, KOs an opposing character after resolutions generate another Red Lantern Recruit on its red starting line, adjacent to a friendly character with a Red Lantern core keyword. That is hopefully going to happen a decent amount in this game, where this or maybe a couple other of the Red Lanterns on the team KO somebody so we can pull out another recruit. The main thing though is here, poison but deals damage even if moved this turn. So moving across and then poisoning. Now, Astral Baron Mordo is important here because of this special ability there. Adjacent opposing characters can't reduce damage below 1. So you can just run up Red Lantern Recruits, we'll have one of them carry an Astral Baron Mordo, and then bam, poison them, and they can't be reduced below 1. So they're going to take the poison damage no matter what kind of reducers they have. Currently on this team I have 3 Astral Baron Mordos, and right now my current version of the team has 6 of the Red Lantern Recruits. One of them has the +1 longsword for some blades and some close combat expert. It's just if they happen to make an attack. It's not very often that these guys are going to be making attacks, but it might happen. But it's for free on them because they're brutes. On one of the Astral Baron Mordos has the Bag of Holding. So if there's some enemy equipment, or even my equipment, if it gets dropped, the Baron Mordo that has this can go around and pick it up so it can't be used again. So there's that so far on the team. Now, if I'm wanting to lean heavy into this, now I want to get them across the map as much as possible, because if you look at the Red Lantern Recruits on 15 points, they only have 6 movement, but they do have sidestep. So what you want to do is get them to move for free. And I've got Bleez here to help do that, at least start. Poison, but deals damage even if moved or placed this turn. So she also has that ability, which is great. And playing her at 30 points, modify Bleez's attack and defense by +1 for adjacent opposing characters. Can be good once she gets up close and personal to get like up to a 19 defense. The main thing here though is this special damage power. Leadership, which is always good, but power, move up to 2 adjacent friendly characters with the Red Lantern core keyword up to 4 squares. So she can take a power action, and 2 of these guys can move 4 squares. They could even carry her in that time, which is a very good possibility. She is also going to have the Red Lantern ring, so when she does poison, it's penetrating, and she can bring out the Red Lantern constructs. Another Red Lantern that, oh, actually, let's go to this guy first. Another way to get your recruits moving around, Arkillo, playing him at 60 points for this drill sergeant. I mean, he's got Perplex. He will also have the Yellow Lantern Core key, the Sinestro Core ring. So if he uses Perplex on an opponent, it can go down by 2. Hopefully, probably mostly going to be using that on their attacks because this team isn't supposed to attack all that much. Anyway, this trait he has, when Arkillo is given a move, close, or range action after resolutions, you may give up to 2 friendly characters with a recruit in their name within 4 squares the same type of action as free. Which basically, if he ends his move, just do a move with him, end it within 4 squares of 2 of the recruits, and they could just move their full 6. And the last character, well, not last character, another character on the team, Guy Gardner, another Red Lantern, willpower poison, but deals damage even if moved or placed this turn. Which is great. Friendly green, and this part 2, friendly green constructs can use poison. And he has a Arkillo, his special thing is charge but don't have speed. So is Guy's charge but don't have speed. So they can get up there pretty quick as well to do some charging. So Guy Gardner can charge for 9, try to hit, doesn't really matter. He can poison, free pull out one of his green constructs, and then that green construct can poison, which I really like. Sideline active won't matter because he is main force just for 45 points. And one of the big weaknesses of this team right now is Beetlejuice, of course, because poison is a free action. So, like the last 30 points, I forgot to bring these guys out. Last 30 points is going to Chair Panther. Gotta be able to prevent the opponents from bringing in Beetlejuice, so you got to get him off of the sideline. It's not often that you're going to see Beetlejuice main force. If this team goes up against Beetlejuice main force, it's probably going to die pretty quickly because I don't think it'll be tough for them to get rid of Beetlejuice on their own. But hey, anything's possible. Thoughts on this so far is I might drop one of these recruits to get some other stuff on the sideline, maybe some of the one-shots. Oh, speaking of sideline, because there's generating these guys when a Red Lantern Corps person KOs somebody, and because of the, we got 3 different constructs that can come out, it's a possibility that we could bring out Jersey Devil if we 13 curse tokens if we do that. I think that could be fun to bring him out onto the board from the sideline. Also, there are some blades out there because, I mean, you got the sword constructs. Ares, of course, is going on the sideline. That's kind of a no-brainer. And then I've got also just Mimic and Treasure Chest to, I don't know, Mimic can help possibly avoid them getting too much use out of the heart-shaped herb, stuff like that. And Treasure Chest can just be a wild card thing going on. But yeah, possibly dropping one of these to get some, I don't know, some terrain that might cost points or one-shots that could be helpful to help protect some of my guys. Maybe once or twice if I can get Fortify or, all sorts of different things that might be useful. Also don't like, who's another character that this team doesn't like? The Caveman Wally West, because he makes it so super senses don't work, and these guys could go down really quickly. So if I see Caveman Wally West, I've got to target him fast with poisons if I can, and probably keep three guys separate so he can't take them all out in one turn, because that would be unfortunate. Anyway, what do you guys think of this team? I think it's a lot of fun. I played with it a couple times. I need to practice it more. Actually, I wanted to kind of show you how it works in practice. If we get, let's move the camera a little bit. There. Kind of pretend this is clear-ish terrain. Anyway, Bleez needs to start next to two characters that have the Red Lantern Corps keyword. Let's do one of these. And let's do this guy. And he needs to be out here. Let's say that guy's carrying that one. And he'll carry this guy, because if you didn't notice, the Red Lantern recruits, they can use poison even if they've moved, but not if they've been placed. So if they've been carried, they can't poison. The other ones can. Like if he gets carried, he can still poison. Actually, so let's switch that up. Yeah. So we have Bleez next to two Red Lantern recruits. One of them will be carrying a Baron Mordo. One of them will carry Guy Gardner. We got Arkillo out there, and the rest of these will kind of be spaced around as needed for kind of follow-up actions on the second turn. Now this is like if you go first, what you can do. You power action Bleez to move the two Red Lantern recruits 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can carry this. And this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can carry him. And then you just move Arkillo 1, 2, 3, 4 squares out. 1, 2, 3, 4. He could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's got a movement to 7. They're within 4. So they could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, let's scoot over again. Ooh, camera. He's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carrying him. And the other one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carrying him. Now, how much further do they have to go? They could sidestep again, carrying these guys. So put him next to whoever you want to get. Place Guy Gardner up here. So not quite the whole way, almost the whole way, almost the entire map, because then he could pop out, use the Green Lantern, pop out one of the constructs, and a construct can poison people there. Basically, you're 1 square away. So if you go first, and you might just want to let take the first turn immunity and let them come out maybe a little bit more. So how many actions is that? So far, that's only Bleez taking an action to move them 4, and Arkillo taking an action to move them 6. So they can still, actually, yeah, you can get the whole map because they can still take their own movement actions to just go up in their face, however you want to arrange it, depending on whatever's going on. Yeah, and then that is 4 actions if you need to. If you can get them, if they've already moved out, that's only 2 actions to kind of get where this group is, and then you can take 2 more actions out here with these guys to move them where they might need to go. It's placement is, you really got to think about placement for this. But yeah, 4 actions on the first turn, you can get 1, 2, 3, 4 poisons out there that can't be reduced. That can be really, really devastating to an opposing team. And it's not necessarily just on one character. You could, if you didn't, you could move them before they sidestep. And then sidestep them away if they need to get away from the opposing team at the end. I don't know, there are a lot of different options, and it really just kind of depends on what you're going up against. Anyways, it's a lot to say. Poison the team. And you got to keep track of who's poisoned because there's so much of it. I'm planning on using these little action things and just stick them in the little holes, little slots on the back. Say, okay, this person's poisoned. Especially with these guys, you got to keep track of which ones have poisoned in a turn. Anyway, what do you guys think? Is it worth trying out and trying to refine? I think it could be a lot of fun. I know it's a lot of fun. I've tried it out a couple of times, and it's a lot of fun. But it needs some tweaking, and I'm wondering, what do you guys think needs to be tweaked to make it really, really viable for maybe higher level games? Because I think there's something there. I don't know. You guys might know better than me. Anyway, hope that I gave you guys a good fix for your HeroClix addiction like I have, and we'll see you next time.